We begin tonight with Donald Trump's preoccupation with crowd size, which continued in an unhinged Bronx rally where he boasted huge crowds of 25,000 plus. So take a look. Is that what you see here? 25,000 people. Well, based on the police department, as well as math, the laws of physics, and the existence of eyeballs, you can see that Trump, once again, is lying. It's the lie that launched 1,000 memes, with folks comparing this paltry scene with what actually constitutes a crowd of 25,000. Like the crowd Andrea Bocelli drew at the Barclays Center, or this rally, but for Barack Obama in Iowa. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. Because if anything triggers Donald Trump, it's the Obama factor. Remember back in 2017 on that awful day for American history when Trump was inaugurated president? He predicted huge crowds for his ceremony, bigger than Obama's. But then these photos famously showed a view of the crowd on the National Mall at the inaugurations of Obama on the left and Trump on the right. Both images were shot shortly before noon from the top of the Washington Monument. The lies continue to this day. Just a couple of weeks ago, a so-called raucous beachfront rally in New Jersey drew between 80 and 100,000 people, according to Wildwood officials. But then those same Republican officials later said that the number reflected not really how many people were at the rally per se, but rather it was the number of people, quote, in our town. Make it make sense, or rather don't. We know the absurdity is the point. This is a thing with Donald Trump, an overinflated sense of self and an orchestrated lie to make him seem bigger, better, more popular, admired, and well-received than he actually is. You know who else does that? Dictators, knowing people will just believe any narrative that they are fed. And we know this about Donald Trump. But this is also about the media taking the bait, with reports on Trump's crowd size snatching all the headlines. This is a call for some good old-fashioned shoe leather reporting. Was anyone at this rally asked if they're actually from the Bronx? Because remember, the New York City borough of the Bronx boasts a majority of Black, Latino, and blue voters. Yet that crowd, I'm just saying, it looked awfully white. The strategy is to convince America that Black and brown folks are the Americans who are really, really into Trump. But as Trump was lying on stage, this is what actual New Yorkers were saying on the ground.
Nobody who is authentically from the Bronx is willing to co-sign hatred and xenophobia and misogyny and all of the things that this guy represents.
Let Donald Trump know that he is not welcome in the Bronx.
Do you think there's any people you know in the Bronx or friends that would consider voting for him?
No, I don't know anyone that consider voting for him.
Doesn't quite fit Trump's narrative, does it? And think about it. If Trump has so many supporters in New York, why aren't they showing up in droves to support him at his trial, where the courthouse is literally just a subway ride away? This is Tuesday, one supporter. Usually there are none. Trust me, I've been there. And to top off this tomfoolery, Trump floated Florida Congressman Byron Donalds as a potential vice presidential pick. Donalds, who backed Trump's lie that Biden authorized the feds to take him out. That guy, the one Black guy that Republicans love to roll out as fake proof that Black people, the blacks, are just MAGA. They're MAGA. It's a joke, and just as credible as when they pretended they were going to make that guy Speaker of the House, because they weren't going to do that either. Joining me now is Michael Steele, former RNC chair and co-host of The Weekend on MSNBC. Michael Tomasky, editor of The New Republic, and Clay Kane, host of The Clay Kane Show.